What if happiness wasn't just a feeling, but something you could actually build? What if the secret to living a more joyful, resilient, and fulfilling life was hidden in the way your brain works, the people you surround yourself with, and the choices you make every single day? For centuries, happiness was thought of as a mysterious, fleeting state, something that just happened to you. But today, science is revealing that happiness isn't just luck. It's a skill. A practice. And it's something you can shape, with the right tools, mindset, and habits. This is the story of how scientists, psychologists, and neurologists have uncovered the hidden blueprint of happiness. It's a story that starts with the brain, how it wires itself to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and connect with others. It's about how the same brain that once helped our ancestors survive in the wild now reacts to modern stress, social media, and the pressures of everyday life. But here's the good news: you don't have to be at the mercy of your biology. You can rewire your brain, reshape your habits, and create a life that feels more joyful, more meaningful, and more aligned with what truly matters. Let's dive deeper. At the heart of happiness is a complex dance between genetics and environment. Studies show that about 50% of our happiness is determined by our genes, our biology, our personality, and even our family history. But here's where it gets interesting: the remaining 40% is within our control. That's the part shaped by the choices we make, the relationships we build, and the practices we adopt. This is the magic of intentional living. It means that even if you were born into a family that didn't prioritize joy, or if your brain is wired to be more anxious, you still have the power to grow, adapt, and find happiness. It's not about ignoring your nature, it's about working with it. One of the most powerful tools we have in this journey is gratitude. You've probably heard it before, but science is now proving why it works. When you practice gratitude, whether by writing in a journal, expressing thanks to someone, or simply pausing to notice the good things in your day, you're training your brain to focus on positive experiences. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a neurological shift. A 2023 Harvard study found that people who practiced gratitude for 8 weeks showed increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for emotional regulation and decision-making. Over time, this rewiring helps reduce stress, improve mood, and even boost resilience in the face of challenges. Think of gratitude as a mental muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. But gratitude doesn't work in isolation. It's part of a larger puzzle that includes mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. Mindfulness has been shown to lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase activity in the brain's reward centers. It's not about eliminating stress or avoiding hard emotions. It's about learning to observe them without being overwhelmed by them. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, breathing deeply, and noticing the way sunlight filters through the window or the sound of birds outside. This simple act of presence can transform your relationship with anxiety, anger, and even sadness. It's like giving your brain a reset button, allowing you to respond to life with more clarity and calm. And then there's the role of relationships. No matter how much money you make or how many goals you achieve, happiness is deeply tied to the people around you. The Harvard study of adult development, which has followed thousands of people for over 85 years, found that strong, supportive relationships are the single most significant predictor of long-term happiness and health. People who reported having warm, trusting connections with family, friends, and partners were not only happier but also lived longer, had better mental health, and were more resilient in the face of life's challenges. This isn't just about being liked or loved, it's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. It's about showing up for others and letting others show up for you. But relationships aren't the only factor. Your physical health is another cornerstone of happiness. Exercise and sleep, for example, are not just about looking good, they're about feeling good. Physical activity boosts the production of serotonin and dopamine, the brain's natural feel-good chemicals. Even a short walk can lift your mood, reduce anxiety, and improve focus. And sleep? It's the foundation of emotional regulation. When you're sleep-deprived, your brain's ability to manage stress and regulate emotions plummets. That's why people who prioritize sleep often report higher levels of happiness, better decision-making, and even stronger relationships. Yet there's another layer to happiness that goes beyond biology and behavior: purpose. Research shows that people who feel their lives have meaning, whether through work, community, or personal goals, experience deeper, more lasting happiness than those who chase pleasure alone. It's the difference between buying a new phone and feeling excited for a week versus dedicating your time to a cause you care about and feeling fulfilled for years. Purpose gives life direction, and it helps us weather the inevitable hardships we all face. It's not about being perfect or achieving everything, it's about aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. And then there's the role of money. While financial stability can contribute to happiness, studies show that its impact plateaus after a certain point. For many people, once basic needs like food, shelter, and security are met, additional income doesn't bring a proportional increase in happiness. This is where the science of happiness becomes a call to action. It's not about ignoring money, it's about recognizing that once your financial needs are met, the real work begins. That's when you turn your attention to relationships, purpose, and the practices that truly shape well-being. But how do these insights translate into real life? Let's look at some examples. In the Netherlands, the government launched the Happy City initiative, which redesigned urban spaces to encourage walking, green areas, and community engagement. Over 5 years, residents reported an 18% increase in happiness, showing how environment and design can influence well-being. Similarly, Google's Search Inside Yourself program, which combines mindfulness and emotional intelligence training, reduced employee stress and improved job satisfaction by 30%. These aren't just corporate experiments, they're proof that happiness can be cultivated on a large scale. And then there's the simple but powerful act of a gratitude visit, a concept popularized by psychologist Martin Seligman. In one experiment, participants wrote and delivered a letter of appreciation to someone who had made a difference in their lives. The result? A 10% increase in happiness that lasted for a month. This shows that happiness isn't just about what you do for yourself, it's about what you do for others. So what's the most important takeaway from all this? Here it is: happiness is not a destination. It's not something you find once and then never lose. It's a practice. A way of living. It's about showing up for yourself, showing up for others, and making choices that align with what truly matters. It's about rewiring your brain through gratitude, mindfulness, and connection. It's about moving your body, sleeping well, and finding purpose in your days. And it's about understanding that while some parts of happiness are out of your control, the majority of it is within reach. But here's the thing: you don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to become a mindfulness guru or redesign your city to be happy. Start small. Write down 3 things you're grateful for tonight. Take a walk tomorrow. Call a friend who's been on your mind. These tiny steps, over time, become the foundation of a more joyful life. Because the truth is, happiness isn't a luxury. It's a right. And it's not something you have to chase, it's something you can build, one intentional choice at a time. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember, you're not alone in this. Science has your back. And with the right tools, the right mindset, and the right habits, you can create a life that feels more like home than anything else. Because happiness isn't just a feeling. It's a choice. And it's a choice you get to make every single day.